The train just doesn't stop today. More news on the Philadelphia Eagles, more cuts. They bet the roster down to 72 with 2 more cuts for the Philadelphia Eagles and definitely more to come. Let's get straight into the news.
We better turn. Because I've seen enough horror movies to know any weirdo wearing a mask is never friendly.
What is going on, guys? Hope everyone's having a fantastic day today. So more Eagles roster cuts. You know, there's going to be rumors about the waiver wire trades. The Eagles are definitely on the phones right now. Howie Roseman is keeping himself busy with certain moves that could happen. So first news I want to go over right now is that, you know, we've heard the rumors of the Eagles calling the Vikings about Alexander Maddison, okay, the big back from Minnesota, and it looks like right now that they do like Maddison behind Dalvin Cook being that big back. Apparently from Alexander Maddison, he wants to be the #1 running back for another team. He thinks he has what it takes to be a #1 running back for another team. So we'll see what happens with this. The Eagles have kept close contact with the Vikings so far. You know, and what is it going to take? There's been rumors that it could take to a 3rd to a 4th round conditional, which I don't know if the Eagles are going to give away that much for Alexander Maddison, unless the Vikings definitely want a player that we have, or maybe a trade or something. Maybe get a draft pick back or something like that. So I would keep an eye out on the Alexander Maddison news that's coming out, because a lot of teams have been calling. The Eagles were definitely 100% one of those teams interested in Alexander Maddison. I think it really just comes down to draft compensation. Vikings really like Alexander Maddison a lot, so going to keep a close eye on this one in the near future. Now, I think there was one cut that we kind of saw. I mean, it's not a surprise that this cut did happen. Greg Ward is officially gone from this team, and he was Mr. Reliable. I felt like Doug Peterson just values Greg Ward so much more. This is like, what, the 4th or 5th time he's been cut. And I got to say, he's been one of the most reliable receivers. You know, back in 2019 when we had no receivers, and Greg Ward was the hero at the end of the year when this team really got together at the end of the year with Carson Wentz putting the team on his back and Greg Ward winning that big game against Washington, and, you know, just really being that last man standing that gave us hope for some type of a run. And I understand that with Greg Ward, he's been dealing with injuries. That toe injury has killed him. He's missed so much time. I'm a little surprised that Hightower, I guess Hightower has done a little bit more than Greg Ward, because he's actually been in games with a few catches in that Miami game, maybe a couple in the Browns. I'm not sure he even played in that game. But it's unfortunate. It sucks, you know. I would have liked Greg Ward to stay. But I'm not really surprised in that aspect, just because, you know, I think they're looking at other guys on this roster, and I think they're just trying to move on. And I think there's other guys on the come up right now with Deion Kane, with Jalen Reagor, you know, probably going to be on this roster, could be traded. There's rumors with that how this whole receiver room is going to kind of pan out. You know, Devin Allen, you know, Britton Covey, some of these other guys are on the roster. I'm not saying they're going to make it. But Greg Ward has just missed way too much time, and I give him as much luck on any other roster, and I hope he does well somewhere else. If he doesn't come back, most likely he probably won't. I could see another team definitely picking him up, or maybe he comes back to practice squad. Who knows at this point, because he should be here. He's just missed way too much time, and it's unfortunate. Other news today, I mean, there's been a couple players released that the Eagles could have interest. Tony Jefferson from the Ravens, and he's 30 years old, so I don't know if the Eagles are interested in bringing in a 30-year-old safety as a backup, because our depth is very thin right now. After Jaquiski Tartt was released, it looks like, you know, the depth is not really well. I'm not a big fan of Kevon Wallace. I hope Reed Blankenship really pushes for a roster spot. I hope he has made it. I'll be very happy if he does. I'll be happy for him, definitely. But, you know, with Kyle Hamilton and getting Marcus Williams in free agency, and now maybe the Eagles don't trade for Chuck Clark because Tony Jefferson is released. Maybe he will be the 3rd safety over there, and maybe they will keep him after all. So that's another thing we have to watch out for. But multiple teams have already contacted Tony Jefferson and his agent, and we're going to see where this goes. I don't know if they do this. I mean, we'll see, but do the Eagles want to up? You know, I think he would be an upgrade. There's no doubt about it. He's very serviceable. God forbid something happens. But with Tony Jefferson, was probably not going to start, this year for the Ravens. And they figured, we have Chuck Clark that can move around all over the field. You drafted Kyle Hamilton, and you got Marcus Williams getting paid all that money. So he's not sitting on the bench. So going to be interesting where this goes with definitely with Tony Jefferson. Another player that was released in the running back market was Sony Michel. Obviously, we just played the Dolphins. Sony Michel scored. I think he scored a touchdown on us. And they were pretty deep at running back. And I'm not saying that this is the move because he is a bigger back, but I don't know if the Eagles are going to be that interested. I'm just kind of bringing out the news that he was released from the Dolphins, and there might be some teams interested in there. I don't know if the Eagles will be involved with having Latavius Murray out there, Jordan Howard, Kenyon Drake's available. Are they going to do a Kareem Hunt trade? There's plenty of options for the Eagles to go, but this is just another option for the Eagles if they want to go this way. And, it is what it is. It's not my favorite option. I think there's better options out there, but I really wouldn't touch this at all with a 10-foot pole. That's just me. Other news, I think one more cut for the day is defensive tackle Rennell Wren, which I'm not surprised. I think he'll be back on the Eagles practice squad because Marlon T is the number 5 defensive tackle. You have Fletcher Cox, you have Hargrave, you have Jordan Davis, Milton Williams going into his second year, which I'm very excited for. And then I think they're going to keep 5, and Marlon T is definitely it. So Rennell Wren will probably come back to the practice squad most likely. I don't think any other team is really going to claim him, so he'll probably go back to the Eagles. But other than that, that's pretty much it. More news is going to come. So we're down to 72 players. We went from 80 to 72. Still a lot more to go as of right now. So you got 19 more cuts. I think 19 to go to make. So we'll see what happens. Let me know what you guys think. Is there anybody else that's out there free agency-wise who's getting cut as of right now that you would try to pick up? Obviously, you have Tony Jefferson and Sony Michel out there for 2 separate positions. Obviously, the news on Alexander Maddison is going to be an interesting one for the Philadelphia Eagles. I think that's definitely one you have to keep an eye on as of right now. So other than that, guys, that's pretty much it. That is the news from the Philadelphia Eagles. I've been trying to update you guys. Sorry, I've made too many videos today. I really don't make this much, but between everything going on, and these cuts are a slow process for the Philadelphia Eagles, and obviously watching for an Andre Dillard trade, a Rager trade, a trade for a running back. Those are 3 big moves I'm kind of waiting to happen as of right now, so I'll definitely be going over all of that when it does break. And I will see you guys on the next one. SHAKESQUAD up, follow, slide. Peace out, guys. Peace.